We look at learning kind of like a ladder. We call it a continuum because it builds. But if you think of a ladder, at the top of the ladder are academic skills, school skills, social skills, things that kids and eventually we all need to be able to do in our lives are up at the top of the ladder. That's where we want to function, and we want to function optimally up there. But just like a ladder that has rungs, there are underlying skills that support being able to work comfortably at the top of the ladder. So if you think about a time where you have been on a ladder, maybe you're changing a light bulb or something like that. And if any of those rungs on your ladder are wobbly or unstable, well, then a lot of your mental energy and attention is going to be diverted from the task that you're trying to do because you don't want to fall off that ladder. Well, that is exactly what happens to our students who have weak underlying skills. So they're expected to work at the top of the ladder at school. They're expected to listen, to take notes, to read, to do their assignments, to follow through with things. But as they're trying to do that, they're battling with some weak skills or trying to compensate for some weak skills underneath, like unstable rungs on the ladder. And so of course, their attention is diverted, is divided, it impacts their memory, and just gets in the way of them working as easily and comfortably as they have the potential to work. So if you look at this ladder, down at the very bottom, we have core learning skills. And core learning skills are our body awareness and control. From infancy, we're born with reflexes that kind of get us moving in the first months of life. And then those reflexes integrate so that as higher levels of control take over in the brain. But if some of the reflexes don't integrate, if the connections aren't made at that really foundational body level, then that's going to impact our attention, our regulation, our ability to all and feel secure. It impacts visual skills. So that's the core learning level. All learning starts with movement, and that's that level. And then the next level up on the continuum is a little higher in the brain. It's processing skills. And those are things like memory, attention focus, auditory processing, which isn't how your ear is hearing, but it's how the brain is perceiving the information that comes in through the ears. Visual processing, same thing, not your vision, but how the brain perceives and works with information that comes in through the eyes. Processing speed, language processing, all of those kinds of things are at that next level up on the continuum. And then we have executive function, which are high-level thinking skills that help us to self-manage. So the skills that help us to problem solve and make decisions and evaluate our behavior and make adjustments, things like that. So all of those things are supporting skills. And if a child is struggling, if an adult is struggling, chances are there are some weak rungs there on their ladder. And so that's in our functional assessment, that's what we're looking for. What are those skills for that individual that are not supporting them well enough that need to be developed?